Welcome to Timberborn. Alpha 5 has come out, which means more things. So, last time I played this, Alpha 4 just came out. I was preparing a series, I got distracted by a lot of things, it never came out. We are back in, and we are going to do this again. So I don't know what's happening, there's new buildings, there's new mechanics. Welcome to Dastardly Hills, which feels like one of the Oxygen Not Included camps I've had before. So we are beavers. As you can see, there are 4 adults. There's actually 8 adults and 4 children. We are going to survive for 10 cycles or years. At the end of every year, there's a massive drought. See this water? We need it to have things live. Outside of the water area, we have this drought doom area. So when the drought happens, the water stops, everything dies. And you can see it's in a helix. I don't remember the map looking like this. What is this? Alright, so it's a new mechanic, that's whatever this is. So the water comes up from the very top of the helix. You can see this big, lovely, deep area. There's rocks down there, water sources, and there's whatever this stuff is. Badwater, coolsies. So the basics of the game are, you use wood to make things. Bit surprising for those, you know, beavers and all that. Who'd have thought beavers would make things out of wood? But here we are. So we make things out of wood, so what we need is the very bare bones. Lumberjack flags for lumberjacks, we'll have one there, and then we'll have a couple over here too. We also need gatherer flags. A large pile over here for logs to be stored, and 2 medium warehouses for the food, because I'm going to be growing berries, and I think some kind of vegetable. We're going to start building vegetables there. Now our people need somewhere to sleep, something to eat, and water. Water, of course, being a big one, because obviously we will be running out for large chunks of the year. And this bit here will be part of my dam system. We'll be needing water behind the dam, because like I said, we'll be running out of water pretty soon. I don't know how long it is, but it will be long enough that we're going to be in quite serious trouble. Put down some small tanks. They will store the water and all of the things, and we'll be good to go. Outside of that, we'll be needing houses. Now we'll wait for a couple of days as things build, as in all the things we can actually build on flat-topped buildings. See these flat-top buildings? We can build upon them. See, awesome things. Unfortunately, to do that, we need the ability of staircases. Staircases require research. We are not smart enough for staircases. Let that sink in. Not the way that crazy guy did, the regular way. One thing I am going to do is actually have a water wheel. The water wheel will power buildings. Now, right now, the only power building we'll have is the inventor. And you can see it's got these little marks on the side of it. That's where the power goes. It doesn't really do much else apart from power it. But it's just the beginning of our power system. We can expand upon that later. Right now, that's all we have. Water's now been sorted out. Beavers are no longer dying of thirst, which is a bit of a problem, I'll be honest. I really nearly failed that one. We have access to all the other cool things. We'll have some houses being built soon, because we only get more beavers when they're not dying, and there's extra space for them. And each one of these houses is 3 beaver space. So 7 of those should do something nice, although right now, everyone's really upset for lack of shelter, and they're all slightly thirsty. Housing's finally going up, day 5. We've finally got the beginnings of the farm going up and running. Water's being stored. Berries are being stored. We've got no carrots, as you can see, I put a lot of carrot stuff down for the farm. Hopefully that does really well. It takes, if I check the notes, 4 days for 3 carrots, 5 days for 2 sunflowers, 6 days for a potato. So you obviously want different foods and things, but we should be okay. As you can see, I'm still slowly going through the tutorial. It's teaching me things, but I still remember rough basics, like build everything, don't listen, hope for the best. Now, while I'm at it, like I say, we will be needing to keep the water level, so we can build dams. Now, in the future, we'll obviously have levees which block off water, and actually floodgates, which you can actually raise or lower completely. You know, so fully open, fully closed, so much better dams, but we don't have that technology right now. So what we have is the very basic of sealing it off. You also see this green arrow, this green line, it gets worse the further away you get, see? So you can actually see how easy it is for your people to get around. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. Now with the new house up and running, we're going to get the inventor. The inventor will start giving us some research. Now as you know, research is important because we need the research. Otherwise we are a little bit screwed. I don't even know how to make stairs. We're beavers who don't know how to make stairs. How bad is that? I'm beginning to think the new buildings, when I'm looking at this, are actually down in the other beavers. So there's the regular beavers and there's the mechanical beavers who have learned the way of steel. We are the way of the wood. And just like that, we now have access to a water mill controlling the inventor. We actually do need to make a lumber mill according to this, but I don't have anywhere to put it because I filled the area full of carrots. So the way to do that would be to build it on the other side. So we now need to get this dam up and running to actually build the next stage. One big problem with the dam is it takes 20 logs for every piece, so it's going to take a while to get anything done, and we are slowly running out of trees. Now luckily there's a few left, but yeah, we are going to slowly run out of trees probably very quickly run out of trees. We need to get this up and running. We need water. We're day 9 in, and we don't even have a basic dam. We've just run out of food, and luckily just started harvesting carrots. That's good. That's very good. We could have not planned that any better. Our people ran out of berries and started starving the day the carrot harvest began. Glorious. Please always make sure we have food. It's day 11 and the dam's still being built. I'm also going to need another one over here and another one over here. We need to have multiple small dams going on to obviously keep more and more water source. The problem we've got is I need the floodgates. I need the floodgates to actually, store the water up here and then drop it down. It's not ideal that the water pump is in the water area for the carrots, because obviously if the water gets pumped out, the carrots die. So the water pumps need to be in areas where that's not in. While I'm at it, however, we finally unlocked the wooden stairs. Yay, stairs! So what we'll do here is actually start doing this down here. This will allow me to have access to this lower area, which requires planks, as you can see. So we can't do much with it, but it allows us to have this area soon to have roads and pathways and things. There's a drought approaching. We're now down to 3 days before the first drought approaches. And I've just started clearing up things. We're still gathering the carrots from the last harvest. We haven't even finished building the tanks for this one. I have issues. There's now carrots just living in this non-growing area. I need them to... No. Finish off the carrots first. Stop planting more. Finish off the older carrots. We're having issues. We might actually need a second farm. We've run out of trees. Just run out of trees. I need to get a few more trees and we'll be good to go. So get this over to here, get this lumberjack down here, and that should give us the last of the trees to be cut down. And then we should have just enough to maybe to finish this off. We are so close, so close. The drought has started. Okay, so the drought is fun. Now it's going to start from up here. Obviously these are going to stop pumping out water, and the drought's going to obviously gets hot and the water slowly evaporates. That's how it works. So even if you have water stored away and never touching it, it would just slowly run out. Now of course these, as they get the drought, they're not going to pump up over the edge here. So as you can see, the water's slowly getting lower and lower and lower. It does however mean I've got a few drops left, as you can see, because it's going to take a while for each of these zones to run out of water. But when they do, they do. Unfortunately, there's no way in heck we're getting this dam finished before we run out of water. Guys, please? No, we're not going to make it. God, look at it go. Look at it slowly get drier and drier. And there it goes to our section. And now officially we are... Come on. Screwed. We've officially hit a drought. We have no extra wood apart from the very edge, which still can't be reached. Oh no, come on. On the bright side, the first drought is apparently a single day. I'll take it. I will take a single day of drought. We should survive quite easily. We've officially survived now. Year 2, yes. It's going to take a day for the water to get back to us, but we've survived 1 day of drought. Probably going to be 3 days the next one. We need this finished. We need this finished now. A minor issue, we don't appear to have enough wood to finish this off. So I need to delete 2 of my water storages to get the wood to finish this. Because then we can cross over and start destroying the trees on the other side. We also have research I can use, and I forgot about, to do cooler things. So larger water pumps do more water. We of course have builders hutch for more builders. We don't really need that. What we do need of course is the floodgates and the levees. So the floodgates are what we'd be going for next. We aren't there yet, but we will get them soon. And just like that, I didn't even notice it, we finally built the final piece. We've actually built ourselves our very first dam. It's not a good dam, but it's a dam. Quick, give me all of these. Give me all the trees on this side. Okay, so our very first dam, and get some wood. Then we're going to go over here and build ourselves the lumber mill. And then we're going to actually start having proper things. Oh, here comes the water. Yes, water. and actually start building ourselves stuff like staircases and things. We are now prepared for the future. The beavers made it. Long live beaverdom. And as you can see here, the water level is significantly higher. See that? This is quite low. But this has to go over here. I think these things are set at half of their flow. So it's going to be half a tile. We're going to slowly build up and do more and more and more. Broken teeth. And slowly get into it. How do I feel with broken teeth? Need a forester, okay? Get ourselves a forester who'll start replanting things. We're going to have this up here. And there we are. This will be our replanting sector. We're 4 days into the second cycle. I need things like campfires, make people to be happier. Rooftop terrace so things can be better. Now we have staircase. We can actually start building, bigger buildings, stuff like that. I could do with probably larger houses so I can have more people in them. And I'm going to start working on it. But obviously right now my goal is to start building actual good housing positions somewhere. And maybe up here. Because what I'm thinking of doing, this lower area is flooding it. Building a proper dam, flooding this area here. So we're going to move up to this top area up here. This is where we're going to start living. While we're at it though, waiting, I'm going to get another of the inventors down because we need a bit more research and maybe a couple more houses. But we do need more food, need more houses. A second farmhouse is probably what I'm looking for here as well. We definitely are hitting an issue with the lack of planks. We also need a few more beavers by the looks. We have not enough beavers. We need more beavers, more houses, more beavers. So maybe we are going to have to get the double lodge quicker than I thought. With the forester, we're now going to start replanting pines. Hopefully they do very well. I'm going to start trying to live. We've now officially done a tutorial 2 years in. We should be okay. Get all the trees planted, get a lot more stuff planted. Probably some more foresters to get stuff going. But we now have a growing area. We also need a teeth grindstone apparently because my beavers are getting teeth damage. So teeth grindstone is actually really important. Which, when you think about it, I guess, yeah, beavers would need to grind their teeth. And just like that, my beavers can sharpen their teeth. That is very weird. He seems happy. It's like a cat rubbing against things. Are you happy? So double houses connect to the top. Look at that. So double houses can be built over the top of singular houses. Alright, I can work on that. I can work with this. This is pretty cool. We're going to start building a beefopolis. While I'm building, one thing I'm also going to do is go down here. Obviously, I could go down here. I've actually had these, but I don't have access to platforms yet. So I'm going to go down this way here and slowly work my way into this lower area. Then we can start doing other things. It also appears that we had our very first death. Catzine died of old age, 2-8. 2 days ago, our first death, Catzine. And I've said Nurgle grew up. That would be a very terrible thing. But we seem to be doing okay. Let's get another dam down here while we're at it. All I'm doing now is waiting for my research to grow up, which is taking time. I'm waiting for this new dam down here to be done, which is taking time. And we're also going to unlock the platform. The platform will allow me to actually build between buildings, as you can see, like this, which allows me, as you can imagine, to build very large towers. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to start moving the water pumps down to this section here. So this area here stays watery for the plants. So obviously this water pump will be moved down. This will give us much better usage of everything. And hopefully good water supply, but we'll have to see. Also, everyone appears to be dying of old age. Luckily more people are being born, but we need more beavers. Stop dying beavers. There's a drought approaching in 3 days. Cool. So day 17 is drought day. I think we are in a much, much better place than the original year. Because we have one dam up and running. And a second dam should be up and running pretty quickly too. There's only one piece left. You can actually see the water all flowing towards it, which is really awesome. So that's going nicely. We have this water here. We have that water there. We have all the water. We will survive longer. The lower dam is now complete. We now have 2 areas of water. If I can actually make that bigger, I can flood this entire section. We just need to make it higher by a little bit, because it's not like we're using it for anything else. Although this area over here is a bit problematic. We'll have to actually seal this area off, because that's disgusting. We're going to unlock the levee, and then we're going to go unlock the floodgates. The levee is just a solid piece of wood. Quite simple, quite solid. Just going to build that over here, seal this area off. And I'm going to fill this entire area up with water. You can see where this is going, dead easily. We're also going to levee off this area over here. It's going to take a little bit of time and effort, but I think it'd be better off if it was actually levied. So we're going to levy it just along here and do that. Yeah, there we go. This will be levied. We're going to actually have a walkway behind it, and that will allow us to actually have all sorts of things going on. The drought's officially started. So this area over here is going to start being built. We're going to have this area over here being done. We can't do much about this, but we'll see how it goes. We do have water. This pump's going to be destroyed because it's now officially in the way. And there we go. So we have these pumps over here getting us water. We have this over here for the farming. We should be okay. We have 4 days of drought, which is more than last time. But we should be okay. So how this bit over here is going to work is I'm actually going to completely seal this area off here. Allow this entire area to flood with water. And have the water pour down over here. Obviously it will fill up this area here. It'll probably fill up this area here as well. But obviously I will lose this area, I guess. That wasn't actually well done, was it? Half of it's going to die. Then up it to another level. So I will be needing the double floodgates. I'm not going to have any floodgates at all in this section, but it is what it is. And what it is a bit of a mess, because I'm trying to figure out how the heck I meant to build things. And I'm not learning very well. One thing I'm also running to is the bar, as you can see, is getting redder. So what we're going to need to do, if I remember correctly, and I don't, where is it? It's getting a district crossing. A district crossing will mean this entire section is one district. There'll be another district over here. They live, they work, they do everything in that one zone, and there's a big town centre. Now that's how it's going to be. Right now, of course, we don't really have that. We don't really need that. But it might be time to have a second one with just 4 or 5 beavers in case one section perishes, let's say. The drought has ended! We've hit cycle 3! Our water barely even got touched! That was absolutely amazing. We're also about to see if this dam will work, because I have in fact sealed off one entire area. It should all be able to flow down here pretty quickly, because this isn't exactly the biggest. But we're about to find out if I've made a mistake. And the water's hit the dam and... see that? Look how high that water was on that side. But on this side it's only half. So this area is fine. You can actually really use that. Let's fill this area up. This area is flowing stronger, a little bit of flooding, nothing major. Okay, good. It looks like we've also made this flow a lot stronger. So we're going to carry on working the dam on this side as we get more and more wood. We are low on wood. I'm also going to ignore myself and buy the triple lodge, because I want to see how big it is. Oh, it's also a 2-story. Okay, so the second story of that's going to be on top of a regular house, I guess. So housing, as you can see, there'll be a triple, and a single here. We're going to have it go down a staircase over here and slowly work our way into building a truly insane area for beavers to live. So the warren up here will soon begin completion. We'll need a warehouse for food, but we have the beginnings of an area for them to live. We'll be needing more wood, more everything, but it exists, and the water will keep it going. I've been thinking long and hard, and I'm going to be building this lock gate system over here. Mostly, really coolly, because I actually want to start another district over here, as you know, and I want to start siphoning water from this section over into this section. We actually do need to block it off, but this is going to be probably my plants or my water plants. Either way, it's going to be farm based, I feel. Food is still a bit of an issue, but I'd like for this to obviously be my farm. While I'm at it, I'm also going to be putting down an aquatic farmhouse just here. We're going to start doing aquatic-based plants in this area here, because they have to be in a 1-tile deep, I think, area? It might be more, might be less. Either way, this is going to be here. I'm going to have some aquatic plants. And then we're going to put in a grill. Also, while I'm at it, because we actually do need more, I'm going to build a few more lumber mills. So the lumber mills, of course, are going to be making wood into lumber, but we just don't have enough going on. So we're going to have a couple of power wheels to here and here. They're going to be turning these on. I'm then going to move that one over here to over here, because I find it weirdly in the way. And that will give us access to huge amounts of planks. And then we can really kickstart the construction extravaganza. I'm also going to put another couple of water pumps over here. My water appears to permanently be just okay, so I want to make sure it's always okay. And just like that, 2 more lumber mills are done a day later, and more planks are being created. More logs, more planks, more construcciones. Oh, this is going to take forever to do, but I think it's going to look great maybe when it's done. And while that's being done, I'm going to carry on expanding over here too. We need more of everything. More lodges, more houses, more cool shiny things. Let's going to take a lot of time, this actually, an awful lot of time. You have beavers, of course, doing things. They're going to take more time than they would like to put onto it. But I think this should be okay. We are still somewhat low on food, but I think the food situation is getting back to being better. It's not the best, but we do have some food coming in. I would like to grow other things too, but that requires more building work. And right now, all of our building work is in this wall over here to show something after 5 years and nearly 6 years total. Oh, there's a drought approaching soon. Perfect, just what we want. So carry on digging, building, growing, building, building. Drought slowly incoming. We have another water pump up and running. The water's actually finally going up rather than down. Food, still a bit of a problem. I might prioritise the aquatic farmhouse, but I'm actually enjoying watching this slowly build up. It's very cathartic watching a very large dam system be built. It really is. I love these kind of games. The drought's officially here, so I've turned these up to 2 to flood this entire area. Gives me a lot of extra water, as you can imagine. Well, maybe 1.5. And also we'll carry on building and constructing. I'd like more and more water locks. Right now, of course, we have 1 water lock. But luckily it works quite well. 6 days of drought. Carry on building. It won't be done in time for the next one, but this one we might be okay. One thing we'll also be needing is maybe more builders. We don't seem to have enough builders. We're going to get a builder's hut here. Prioritise that. Get the builders up and running. More builders, more things. More things, more everything. And also we're going to get this grill up and running. Sod it. The drought has so far not done much. We can easily release a little bit of water downstream. It floods there, floods into this one. Then obviously floods down into here. The big thing we've got to do is make sure we can get water into all 3 areas, there, and there, without dropping it into the lower area, which means... oh, too much. Which means I've done it wrong and I've flooded it. Oh, see, that's full, got water, don't go over, that's wasted water, it's a drought. No! That is actually wasted water. We have 4 extra builder beavers on the way. We now have a lot more construction going up faster. If anything, I should have done this a lot earlier. Having only the starting beavers was really stupid of me. And yet, here we are. We've gone from one extreme to another. We now have quite a fair few planks, but not any logs. We might need even more trees in the tree farm. On the bright side, large chunks of this building are operational. We do need to keep on raising the level, but as you can see, if you get this bit over here done, we can actually start flooding this area here and push excess over here, which is actually really good. Obviously we need to raise it a little bit higher by 1 or 2. Yay, the drought has ended. But this is a very good step. And the fact that we've actually still got huge amounts of water in this shows that the lock system is working. With cycle 6 active and the dam partially complete, we actually have quite a lot going for us at this exact time. We do still need a lot more logs, of which will take a bit more time. I've even removed this section over here to get a few more logs, and the fact that it wasn't always working, which is fine. But we do need a lot more tree growth, an awful lot more tree growth. So growing trees is now the future. We're 4 days into cycle 6. The dam is still being constructed. I am vaguely okay with this. The housing situation will be done after this. I just want this thing looking cool. Is it looking cool? It's looking okay. A large chunk of my population just died of old age in the last day or so, I've noticed. That's a fair chunk. We're at 60. We're now not at 60 by a large margin. But we are still building. This system will be great. It's my first attempt at, I guess, a larger project. My beavers have begun destroying the blockage, while other beavers are on the blockage. This has not been the best. There's now beavers stuck over here. I guess Alzim and Gunindin are going to die there, because I'm not saving them. But this now works, as you can see. If the level gets to below here, I can just dump all the water out that side. So I drop this down to 1.5, the water starts flowing this way. So I drop it down to 1, the water really starts flowing this way. I drop it down to 0.5, the water hits here, flows into here, and of course that makes this area completely too high for it. So we don't even need these currently. If I turn this to 1, water flows both ways. Now right now, there's not much I can do with the water flowing this way, because I need to seal it off over here. But look at that. That's great. So what I need to do now is a 3-tier lock system and start pouring water into it. We're done. Look at that. Only 2 beavers dead. So the height goes down to 0. This height goes to 2. This height goes to 1. Then it stores a bit more water in here, and the water still flows over both. Just like that. There we are. So this system now works. We are going to have to save the beavers because they're going to die soon, and I feel a bit bad. Either way, now we know it works. We don't actually need this working yet. All the water needs to go one direction. This over here, it just flows nowhere. Down here right now, it still only flows nowhere really, but it flows to nowhere we can use it. So yeah, we need to work on storaging of water, but we do have a good lock system. Now we need to work on the next lock system down here. Now we've built this area over here, which is double flood gated. So what's going to happen here is, of course, it hits there, which is half, and this will go up to 1.5. This will flood this area here. We can eventually remove the basic dam and put a walkway. But for now, this will flood this area along here, flood this bit here. We can even pour excess water into this section over here, although it will be in the disgusting Badwater, which is just simply called Badwater. With this lock system complete, like I say, there'll be a lower dock system, and then, and I'm thinking is, a staircase somewhere up this area here, and build a lock system over here as well. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, because there's a gap here which I think would flood my area, and I think that area might be the same height. So I'm going to have to work on walls and things, but I think a district up here, working on here, maybe growing food along the edge as I flood it. A district over here working on this section. Of course, this area's going to flood, so we'll have to raise it up. And like a district up along here, maybe water collecting. District over here as well. We're working on districts, people. Districts, districts, districts. What the hell's a bad tide? 3 days. Bad tide. Are these going to flood? We might. Well, I've sealed that area off. Is there any more I need to worry about? Bad tide. What the hell's a bad tide? What over here? Water storage is high. Food storage, not so much. Alright, the lock system here will be great. Soon start working on this area over here. So I'm actually going to have this bit connect over to here and actually start work on a new district. And there we are, a brand new district. Maybe we should raise the dam area here higher, but I haven't. I have finally built a campfire after 6 years, which would be absolutely great. So my people can now finally relax and obviously get more well-being going on. There's a little bit of hunger going on because of a lack of food. I'm ignoring it. We do have these being grown. They take a while. I don't think any of those are grown yet. And I think they have to be cooked in the grill, which I haven't built, so I'm going to. So we need that up and running. What is that? Okay, what is the bad tide? They're not doing anything. Are they? Am I paused? I don't... Wait. What the hell is this? Seriously? It's poisoning my watering supply. What is this? Oh, come on. Okay, I don't think that's good. It seems to be killing off the ground. Okay. You're actually being used for something. You're going to there. You're flooding that way. You're going down. You're going that way. We now only have whatever water's left in this area, I guess. This isn't good. What is this? I haven't even touched Badwater. And now it's just everywhere. Okay, how bad's the flow? The flow is really strong, actually. Is it going to get over? That's disgusting. Okay, I think we're holding. It hasn't gone over the land. It's poisoning the land. Look at that. We might need more water locks then. Because if this is a thing, I need more water storage. Because obviously I have water pumped out over here. I have food growing over here. This dam needs to be done over here to actually have more water in the water pump zone. Because look at this. With this massive flood going on, I need to figure out the food situation. Because the food situation is not the best, if I'm bluntly honest. It's pretty bad. The water levels in the low area are definitely dangerous. That's a problem. We need to actually get better water storage. But we're still building, of course, this dam. The dam will be done whenever. That'll be good for the next one, but we will hit water. Oh, we're hitting water issues. The berry bushes have just gone dry. That's not too bad. We've got only half a day left of this bad tide basic drought. And just like that, we're in cycle 7. The bad tide's buggered off, and we are safe for now. We're also building another one of these. We do need a lot more food being done. This whole issue here, we're going to have to figure this out, because it's being slowly pulled out by the regular water, but it does mean we actually have corrupted water living here. And as you can see, that is genuinely corrupted water. Now, luckily, I think it's filtering enough that it doesn't matter, because there's no problems, but we still have corrupted water in the system, which isn't the best when we get right down to it, but it is what it is. Corrupted. See, that's corrupted water. It's still red. And it was still obviously corrupted. But I think we're safe. We definitely need to put water in anyway. We're running out of water quite significantly. So this will allow these to start flowing. We are out of food, which is a problem. No one appears to be dying, and these will soon be done to actually flood this area. So we actually have a lot more water. The dam is mostly complete. So as you can see here, it's brought the water level up by a lot. This will solve our water issues in the future. Not right now, we're out of it. But in the future, we'll have a lot more water. It won't run out as quickly. I still need to make a gear production facility, because we need gears for all the cool things like large windmills. And also apparently metal. It will work on that bit. Now with the lower dam mostly done, we now have to start working on the upper dam. Although again, the dam will be a problem because there's a gap over here, which would flood this area. I want to build another dam section over here. So we're going to go for an upwards one as well. We're basically going everywhere at once. And just like that, we have an upper area up here. So we'll have a big dam system up here and a walkway across. And this will solve a few more of our water issues. But I do think if I put it up to 3, this is this line up here, which as you can see goes along here and here, drops down 1. So yeah, this is 1 lower than the top of our dam. So this can't do 2.5, can I do 1.5? I think so. That will be a future problem. Food issues appear to be ongoing. A few people have died of hunger, but we do have a lot more going on. We have 2 contaminated adults. I think they may have swam in this area here. Yeah, I think they may have gone into this area here. I think this area has actually contaminated the wood a little bit. It's not too bad, but there's no way of saving them. So those are dead now. But everyone else is fine. Construction is fine. This area over here, as you can see, got another ongoing little dam here. So I'm trying to figure out how to have this area with regular water and contaminated water leaving it. My only answer right now is a much higher dam further up, dumping it out somewhere maybe over here. It's too far away for me to actually do it though. So, it's issues. It's just issue after issue. Maybe this bit here? So I did something like that to there. We can dam this. All the water would flow up to here, hit it, and go that way, which would then go into there. So this would be my cut-off point. Trouble is, it's so far away, maybe? So this is going to be a very long-running one, but we should be able to get this done at some point. It's going to take a lot of time, but it should be done at some point. Food's still a bit of an issue. We appear to be gathering ingredients of the spadder and the potato variety, but we are turning some of the spadder into cooked food, which is good. Wood is also still an issue, but we're working on that. This great dam system over here is going to take time and effort. And when you think about it, they're all temporary dams, because I've not built anything even big yet. I don't think we're going to get this done by the end of the cycle. I've had to get some stairs up and running. It's going to take a fair bit. We've got more planks than we do logs these days, so at least part of it will be done, but the logs are slowing us down. So what I'm thinking is we might have to turn off one of my plank production facilities, so maybe this one. We also need more these, need more of those, need more of this. We are steadily, God, there's so much spadder dock and no one's cooking it. Steadily getting to where we need to be. Why are you making potatoes? Oh, your farmhouse, never mind. So while the beavers work on this, I've got nothing else to do for the rest of the cycle, so I'm just going to let them do it. Hopefully it all gets finished, but we'll have to see soon. There's a drought approaching. That is good. A drought is much better for us than the bad tide. The drought we can work through. The drought's about to hit, so I'm flooding the outer areas. We're still building out over here, and it does mean this outer area here of all the trees will be underwater very soon, as in now. We have, however, built quite a lot of this dam. I was expecting a lot less done. We're 2 days into the drought. We're still building this up. The stairs have now gone up. This will soon be done. And then we can actually start dumping disgusting water down this section. Now, of course, there's other issues still to deal with. Like, there's in this area here, as you can see, connects to here. But this is good. Once this is done, this will be where our bad water gets dumped out of life, which means the entirety of this, it's a nice looking lock system, but isn't actually needed. a 3-tier lock system. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Didn't need it, but we have it. The water levels are really well looked after, as you can see. We're barely even touching the water down here. The area for the planting is going nicely. We have huge amounts of spadadoc stored, which is great because we still don't have enough logs to make enough grilled spadadoc. We have huge amounts of food. We have huge amounts of water. We are in a very good position. I don't like it. The housing carries on being an absolute mess of work. We have a rooftop terrace over here. This will carry on growing and expanding. This is my central district. As you know, we've got another district being built over here. As you can see, it's not gone very well. There'll probably be a district built over here for this dam as well, actually. The more districts we have guarding places, the better. So we have like a dammed district here, which will all be built obviously on platforms that can live above the water. But we'll have that going on over this side. We'll have another one up on the top when we get round to that, because that needs to be built up here. So we'll have multiple districts doing multiple cool things. I think this one brick just here is actually farther away than everything else and can't be built, which is very weird to me. It quite literally just can't be built. Yeah, build one there, then build 2 more here. It's a bit annoying for what I have to do, but it will have to do for now. So this dam is slightly off, and it will annoy me forever. It really will annoy me forever. But the dam is complete, and just when the drought is officially ending too. Construction work on the first new district has begun. As you can see, it's over by this dam. The district section is here, literally sealing off the dam. Then we have multiple houses, a medium warehouse can build into more, leading up to this top area over here. This entire area will be slowly industrialised for beaverdom. I've also spent all of my resources, research-wise, into suspension bridges. Apparently requires steel, which I didn't notice. Why does the big ones require steel? Okay, we may change that just to the smaller ones. Either way, that is an option for the future. We don't have it currently. So there's that. Do that there, and there. So there were issues. There's now no longer issues. See, everything is fine. So if walkways in the water. We have this area being built up along here. It'll slowly be expanded, of course. Then we actually have the proper walkways above it. We have the connection over to here. We have extra water absolutely everywhere. This new cycle has begun with a blast. I'm thinking this district, once we clear off the trees, will probably be my power district, which means it will require food to look after. But I am thinking this should be my main power zone. So windmills and stuff up here. Then we route the power along. So we're going to start building windmills and things along this section here and use it to power everything else. So construction over here will carry on. It's going to take a while for a lot of these to build, as you can see. Planks and so on. I'm not too sure what to do about the rest of the suspension bridges. We'll have to work on that. Now with the water, as you can see, it does the entire lower area. It does quite a large chunk. But I want us to do about 2 of these, which isn't the most impressive, but that's what we're aiming for. So what I need for that is, of course, to dam this area. But to dam that area, I need beavers in this area. And for beavers in this area, I need to start building another district. So in an attempt to make this look a little bit more rural, the houses are a little bit more spread out, as you can see. There's a bit more movement going on, a little bit more excitement going on. They are meant to be little places where my beavers go to relax, to exist, and so on and so forth. Basically, these are the lucky beavers. They got the nice place. And down here, of course, we have the efficient farmhouses. Then we'll have the water farmhouses for this area here. So a big chunk of water in here, which we'll be using to pump out. Then we have our water plants. Then we have our regular plants. Of course, we can do more with this, but right now we're not. So this isn't going to be our massive farming zone. So we've actually set up some distributions going on. So stuff will be distributed to this side over here. Obviously we don't have any people, but as resources start getting put into it, we'll have more storage and more things going on. We of course need some wooden things to build, especially considering we can't even get to our central district because the stairs are up there, which is a little problem. Actually, that's a big problem. We're going to move that down and work our way up. We'll put it down here, then build it up there. So let's get a couple of beavers to migrate over. So there'll always be a minimum of 4 beavers in District 3. Of course, we will rename District 3 eventually, but there'll always be 4 beavers living there. Is that good? Not really. But it's all we've got going for us right now. you two should be there. 2 of you should be in the building doing building work. And hopefully you guys do some building. But if those 4 die, I'm willing to risk it. It turns out, looking at this, they've delivered 2 grilled spadadoc and some water. Luckily, it appears the beavers from the other side have just said sod it and are building this for me regardless. So I guess I'll take that. Just build it for me. So as you can see, this new district up here, this little bit of water and this District 3 command centre, it's built around farming. We have these 2 large piles out here, obviously designed for logs, designed for planks getting delivered. We have food, water and berries being delivered too. We have a load of houses based around some medium warehouses. That's just for food for them. Then we're going to put in a larger warehouse. The larger warehouse, of course, will be for the massive storages of food. So this entire thing is based around gathering food and distributing it to other areas. We also need to obviously get this up and running, but we need to raise this up by an extra 1. Because right now it doesn't really work just here. But, you know, we're getting there. We're getting where I'd like it to be. I'm also going to eventually get this mechanical fluid pump just 4 up and then just whatever down to make a series of massive dams. Right now, all we have are the basics. But the basics will be good enough. So there's a few minor issues. There's a communication breakdown somewhere in actual distribution of resources. I think it's mostly because we don't actually have any resources. We are significantly low, as you can see, on wood. So we need to get some more wood up, and that's just purely because we're building constantly. Like, I'm not sure where the building's going. It's probably over this section over here. On the bright side, if this entire area dies, we'll always have 4 beavers over here who can be my control and return groups. We just appear to have run out of... Nope, we haven't run out of food just yet. Control and return group, we can just move them back over. That should be good to go. I figured out where all my wood is going. They've been building the housing area. That is fine. Build that, make it look nice, and it's looking pretty darn good already. And I'll even get a rooftop terrace over this water area when I flood it. So it turns out delivery of resources is one of the last things they end up doing. So right now, huge amounts of construction is still ongoing. When that's done, they should start delivering. It does, however, mean this area here will also soon get its own district section set up. But again, this one's designed to flood this area, so I'm not actually going to build the district until the dam is done. So this district will be set up to, when this floods up to this area here, or even just one higher, planting maybe potatoes or trees. This might be my tree farm. I'm not sure right now. If it covers a large area, it'll be a tree farm. This will be where all of our wood comes from. This area over here will be where all of our power comes from. Actually, maybe this will be the wood farm. Yeah, maybe this will be the wood farm. There's a lot of trees growing, so this will be the wood farm. This up here of the height will be the power farm. Maybe also potatoes so they can live. And this area down here will be the food farm. The beavers have finally reached the top area where the new district will be and are starting to build the dam. Now, of course, they're doing it piece by piece. This area here will hold the water to a 1.5, which obviously will flood it a little bit more to the height of this, but should give me extra water and extra height to see how much it covers up here. If it does a lot, we'll figure out if we actually want to keep the district as its new plan. Otherwise, just going to leave it as it is. The dam's taking a while to make, because apparently we don't get enough logs anymore to make planks. It's gone completely the other way. So our plank production has been completely suffering because of our lack of logs. Now, before we were making too many planks and had not enough logs. Now we just don't have enough logs for anything. The drought has officially happened, so I've actually resealed this. It did briefly flood. So we have a huge amount of stored water. We still have production going on over here. We have plenty of grilled spadadoc for them. We have a bit of water. They're still trying to build houses and things. But yeah, we have a nice little spare backup for beaver thing going on. We have plenty of spare water. We have huge amounts of spare food. The droughts are now 9 days long. That's a big drought. We should survive. We have plenty of water. And 9 days is not long enough for these to die of me flooding them. But it is going to be a bit trickier. We are building another water pump because this area seems to be running out of water pretty fast. But I think it should be okay. The inner area is quite happily watered. The extra water plant is keeping me just enough water to keep on going. I still don't have this dam up and running. We're using all of the planks for the platforms. All the logs are being used on the dam parts at least as well. But it means we have very few actual logs being turned into extra planks. I've just realised the bridges are useless to me because they actually don't connect because I need another one in the middle. They still couldn't have connected anyway because they weren't actually connected. So I needed one of these here. See? Like that. Oh no, I'm dumb. I waited, I unlocked the brand new piece. I didn't need the brand new piece. Drought ends, cycle 9 begins. Ever since I put in a second house for my beavers to live in over here, they've had kids. As soon as I had space for more beavers, they had kids. Not entirely sure how I feel about that one, but okay, so now we probably need another water storage. But yeah, we've got kids over here now. Why? You're going to die over here. I'll be honest, I've not done as much as I'd like in 10 years, and maybe I should have done more. But as you can see, this area is complete. This area is nearly complete. We're going to start work on there. Only a slight filling of water. Obviously, it stops it a bit. We can actually grow quite a lot up here. There's actually a fair bit of greenery. Over here, my need for all the trees. This entire area is going to be de-treed. We have the beginnings of trees, and it's actually not that far away. See this walkway? It's still yellowy orange. This is closer up here to my central area than this area over here. So that's good. The new dam system is also officially complete. That is also really good. We just need to, you know, finish this area off up here. And once we have more trees to be cut down, which means even more growth, more expansion, more everything. With the power district being worked on, I have now learned I need at least 2 tiles between each of the wind turbines. That's good to know. So now we can do this. Of course, we still can't walk over these, so we need little bits of a gap, which means we need little walkways over them, or we build them over the top. Either way, it should be okay. So we're going to have beavers walking over the top of these things. Oh, bad news, I can't build a staircase next to the turbines. So the turbine system will be built differently, I guess. Now I need to figure out how to do that. Okay, I got this. I can do this. One of the things we can't do with the power is build a gravity battery, because we don't have any metal blocks yet, but it's up there just in case. So we do have access to wind, we have access to power. We can of course go higher and higher. We can do a 3 on top of a 3, and I might do that. Right now this is all testing based, but of course we can't build any of these on top of these. I've begun to notice my new district over here has a load of logs being unused, but no planks. So I might need to actually destroy this, and I'm going to build a smaller storage with a capacity of 20 and start making planks. So you're going to become a plank production place. Well done. And there we go. So this will be now producing its own planks, because I'm tired of it not having any. We need to finish and flesh this area out. You're getting planks. This small storage for planks will mean we don't get hundreds upon them. But it will be a slow but steady construction of the local area, because this is meant to be farmland and it's dead inside, just like me. 10 days into cycle 9, this place actually finally has some staircases. Look at that, we have staircases. There'll be a campfire soon. People will actually be living here. It's amazing. We actually have a living area. So this single lumber mill I should have built a long time ago has now turned this area into a livable zone. I'm going to destroy District 3 Centre. I'm going to move it. This will make people a little upset, of course. But we want this district centre up here, on a higher ground. Eventually, we're going to move it up to this area here to make things nicer. But there we are. District 4. 6 people. I'm going to name you Farming District. And there we are. The Farming District now officially exists. We have extra places. They're starting to have a few too many children. But it exists. We can now start getting the farming done. We don't have any way of sealing off that area over there, which is next, because I actually do need to seal this area off, so we're going to do it now. So the entire section over here, as you can see, is just going to be these basic levees. We can easily destroy them later, but they will exist down here, we will use them, and that will seal this area off with water, and we can actually, oh, bad tide, can actually do things with it. The bad tide is, of course, now easily dealable, so what I have to do is seal off this zone over here. Okay, the water's finally reached back to here after this dam sealed this area over here. So we obviously have a few dams working. I don't want them to be working too hard, but we have a few dams now working with a load of trees being cut down. We have a load of things being done. The actual world is now in the palm of my beavery hand. So the farming area, as we do, it's going to be mostly grill-based foods. We're looking at potatoes, we're looking at spanadoc. It's going to be all the grilled things, so we can actually look after them. So we actually have a lot of grilling going on. So this area here, like that. Potatoes. Doesn't really help me because again we're still working on everything else. But let's have no workers here. Let's not really care about this bit here and not really care about you here. There we are. With the bad tide coming, this area is being raised to flood the outer area. Obviously the water won't last too long. It'll give me extra water for when this area is sealed off. Now we can't do too much with this. We might even lose some beavers because they're going out into the schmuck. But everything should be pushed over here, and we'll find out day and a half, I'd say. Water levels are still dropping quite significantly, I've noticed, on my basic thirst needs. We're going to need more water storage, I think. Okay, with the bad tide going, this area is now officially sealed off, and hopefully everything flows this way. Although beavers appear to be actually going through here now and doing things. They didn't want to build before, but now they're just going through and building. Interesting. Yeah, just going through and building now. Apparently if you have a district crossing, they just start using it. Fine. And there we go. All the water's been relegated to history. Not the good part, the bad part. It's gone now. There's a minor issue to the water system. I forgot, 3 days, that's fine, to flood the whole thing. So this area down here doesn't have the same amount of water as the top area. I've also had to leave this area with some water in it by sealing this area, which is good, so we actually have potatoes growing from this tiny pool of water, so the potatoes will carry on growing. We have slow but steady production of the Great Levee down below. It is definitely not being done by the end of this one. But we have it. We are growing it. 10 years of growth and the world is around us. And there goes the Badwater. Screw you, Badwater. Well, they really are just building through this district. Look at this. So this district might be being completed regardless of what I think about life. That is insane. The Badwater is gone. And we are good to go. The districts work. The dams work. Everything is going great. How is my power system? I am probably going to delete all of this because I really, really don't like how it looks. There we go, a bit of a mess on the floor, but that area's all gone. Ugh, this horrible bad water. You have to figure out what to do with that. No idea what to do with that. Okay, there's loads of amounts of spaladoc being done. The grilling will soon be taking place. I'll probably have the grills all over here, like I've said. This area's starting to get people. It has 7 beavers. And, 7 beavers. Great. We're doing well. One thing I will say is this levee will be completed. It will be somewhere in cycle 10, but it will be completed. My only issue is the distance and the amount of beavers we have working this zone. But the levee will be officially complete very soon, TM. Everything else should be good to go. Drop the water down to fill up this area here. There we are. And there we are. So we are a little bit low on water. We have weathered the bad water. We have survived, give or take, 10 years. There's obviously a lot more going on. Basic farmland, basic that, basic tree land. This area over here is still being constructed. This genuinely boggles my mind. This genuinely boggles my mind that they're actually building this. They shouldn't be. Because, you know, it's someone else's district. But apparently because it's not connected, it's going to do it. As this goes out, they'll start building more houses and things. This area will start coming along better. Either way, the tree district is coming along. The power district needs a bit more because I've destroyed everything. The farming district is starting to get its water storage area sorted out. And it even has people living there, up to 10 beavers. We're actually doing pretty darn well. I don't know what's going to happen for the next one because we don't have any kind of things going on. But if you want to see more of the 10 years, please tell me. If no one wants to see more than 10 years, I have built a basic village with 2 more tiny satellite villages connected to it. It took me 10 years, but I have multiple gorgeous dams and a lovely living area which can actually weather the storms. We need some more water collection, which I'm going to put in now, but we have weathered the storms. We are survivors, and we will keep on going. We are the beavers. Day 10 has started. Well, year 10 has started and officially ends of the 10 years. We've survived. Either way, I have been the Fallen Shogun. Please tell me if you want to see more. We will keep on growing and expanding if so. If not, it'll probably just be on a stream. Either way, take care. Be awesome. Be epic. Be amazing. I am still alive and I am still making. Goodbye.